and welcome back to Cyber Triage Basics. In this session, we are having a look at loading a local disk into Cyber Triage. Why might you want to do this? The most common reason is that if you have received an image file that is of an encrypted disk, BitLocker or some other encryption tool has been applied to the disk, and Cyber Triage is not going to be able to load it automatically. But what you can do is mount that image file on your local system, apply the decryption key that hopefully you have, and then your local system is going to see it as a local drive, and then you can use Cyber Triage to ingest that just as you would any other sort of local collection. The workflow and the way it works: you need to have the acquired file system that you're working with mounted as a drive letter on your system. As I said before, generally you're doing this because you have an image of an encrypted system. The collection tool runs across that drive and you're good to go. Side note is that you do require local administrator access to do this because you're getting low-level access to that mounted drive letter. Note that as with ingesting a forensic image, Cyber Triage is not going to add all the files on the image into its collection. It is only going to target the specific relevant artifacts and recently modified executables that we have identified as being potentially relevant to your investigation. In terms of setting it up, you will need to be using a third-party tool for this. One good one is Arsenal Image Mounter, and you simply open the image file in that tool, mount it, and then you'll see a number of drive letters that have been assigned. Go back to Cyber Triage and ingest it as you would a regular image. So let's, rather than me talking about that, dive into a demo where hopefully I can make a lot more sense. In this example, we're using Arsenal Image Mounter. Click on Mount Image, select the EO1 that you want to work with or other image file format. You want to mount it read-only, and then Arsenal Image Mounter is just going to magically mount all the volumes on that disk. So in this instance, we have three or four different volumes on the disk, and we need to identify which one has actually been mounted as the operating system drive. So we can see here that we have our program files, our users directory, our Windows directory, and so on. So we can just be confident that yes, this is the drive or local drive now that we want to examine in Cyber Triage. And remember, that drive letter was G. Jumping back to Cyber Triage, we add a new host, select local disk, give it a display name as always, and then we jump in and select the disk or drive letter that we want to examine. Remember that G. Once that's done, again, select the artifacts you want to look at, how you want to handle your malware. You are then prompted for those admin privileges to get low-level access to the disk, and the ingestion will kick off. As always, once the ingestion started, you're ready to go start your analysis.